Picture this, walking down Main Street, seeing Cinderella's castle and meeting some of your favorite characters in real life. Every child has a dream of going to Disney. I am a Disney fanatic. I've been to every theme park in the United States numerous times, and I've done a considerable amount of research. Trust me, I do it in my free time. Through my first-hand experience and research, I consider myself to be somewhat of a Disney expert. Nearly every child grows up Disney, watching Disney Channel, the movies, and having Mickey Mouse right in their home. Walt Disney is a name known around the world, but it's no accident that it became that way. The Walt Disney Company became the household name that it is today through the hard work of Walt Disney himself, the success of his films, and the monstrosity of Disney theme parks around the world. The first topic that brought Disney rapid success stems back to the man himself, Walt Disney. Walt did not have a very easy life, but with hard work in his young life, starting career, and then towards his big break in Hollywood, Walt moved one step closer to the marvel that Disney is today. Walt's young life was not very easy. From Biography.com, he was born in 1901 but spent most of his childhood in Missouri. He was one of 5 children, including his brother Roy. Walt always had a love of drawing. He would sell his drawings at a young age. When he moved back to Illinois in his late adolescence, he began taking classes at the Chicago Art Institute while still in high school. Walt had a tough go when he first started out in the animation industry. He began as a draftsman in Kansas City at only 18 years old, where he worked for several companies and made great networkings, including Ub Iwerks, who would later be very significant in Disney history. Ub and Disney founded Laugh-O-Gram together. This company created several little cartoons that caught the eye of animators, but they were very expensive to create, so Laugh-O-Gram eventually declared bankruptcy and had to shut down. But then Walt Disney found a big break in Hollywood, which catalyzed his career. Roy, Walt, and Ub all moved to Hollywood with their wives and created the Disney Brothers Studio, which created several hit animations, including Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. With the creation of color and sound in animation, creating great success for Disney. Here they created Steamboat Willie, which was the first Mickey Mouse cartoon voiced by Disney himself. But in 1937, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs was released as the first animated feature film, making $185 million in box office profits. Walt Disney went through many trials and tribulations, but his hard work in his young life, starting career, and then towards his big break in Hollywood brought him great success. Disney went on to find prosperity in his animated films. The second topic in Disney's success was the creation of beloved films for generations. Disney fans will inform you of the Disney eras, which are time periods with similar animation styles. Disney films have brought about characters that are well known in the public eye, primarily in the Golden, Silver, and Renaissance eras. The Golden Era brought forward some of the most classic Disney animations, like Snow White, Pinocchio, Dumbo, and Bambi. These films were made with simple animations with a strong storyline. These caught the eye of the public as it was the first time the public could empathize with animated films. We all know we cried when Bambi's mom died. These films won Disney several awards, including 8 Academy Awards for the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs alone. The Silver Era continued the trend of the Golden Era, but with updated technology. These films, like Cinderella, Alice in Wonderland, Peter Pan, and Sleeping Beauty, all had expanded numbers of characters and more complex storylines. These films solidified the love of Disney for many and helped them to achieve stardom. The final, and perhaps most influential era of Disney production was the Renaissance era. These are the movies we all grew up with on VHS, like Beauty and the Beast, The Little Mermaid, The Lion King, and Toy Story. These films had a beautiful animation style with strong musical accents. Many of these characters were voiced by big-name celebrities. Disney caught the interest of influential people, which further expanded the Disney empire. The Golden, Silver, and Renaissance eras of Disney production helped to solidify the popularity of Disney across the globe. These films touched generations and ultimately inspired the creation of Disney parks. The first park that Disney created was Disneyland. This park opened in 1955 in Anaheim, California, and according to History.com, the opening day was known as Black Sunday. It was overcrowded, it was 100 degrees, there weren't enough refreshments, long lines, it was just a mess. But later, Disneyland became a success. And according to Walt, he said, Disneyland will never be completed. It will continue to grow as long as there is imagination left in the world. Disneyland would later add another park and a multitude of resorts and improvements. The second project was the Florida theme park. Here, Walt made secret purchases. He would purchase land under pseudonyms in Central Florida to keep the project a secret from the public. Eventually, the public caught on. Walt Disney announced Magic Kingdom and Epcot once they found out. Unfortunately, Walt had an untimely death. He passed away in 1966, shortly before the opening of Magic Kingdom. Walt's brother Roy continued the project and opened Walt Disney World in 1971. Walt Disney World is a great success with many resorts, 4 theme parks, 2 water parks, and a huge shopping center called Disney Springs. It hosts up to 100 million guests each and every day. Walt then had further expansions which stretched across the world. The great success in the States pushed Disney to take things global. This included the Disneyland Park in Paris, Tokyo Disney Resort, and Hong Kong Disneyland. This established the name of Disney in other countries and made Disney one of the most recognized words in the world. The unmatched success of Disneyland, Walt Disney World, and other parks around the world acted as the final step in Disney's widespread popularity. In review, Walt Disney has touched the lives and imagination of people of all ages and across the world. The Disney Company became the house name that it is today through the hard work of Disney himself, the success of his films, and the monstrosity of Disney theme parks. The unmatched success of Disney himself has left nearly every child with a dream of going to Disney. As stated by Walt himself, "To all who come to this happy place, welcome. Disney is your land. Here age relives fond memories of the past, and hear the dreams and the hard facts that have created America, with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world."